Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wealth and fame, he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is a great big hang-up. Wherever there's a hang-up, you'll find the Spider-Man.
Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth in the buzz wagon. Maneuvering for position is the Army Surplus Special. Right behind is the Ant Hill Mob in their bulletproof bomb.
welcome to your screen today's ref, Lucas Kirkby.
Hello, and welcome to ComedySportz. Yes, hello to everybody. Now I've got two screens here. I've got YouTube up here so I can see who is here watching ComedySportz. So we've got Lynn. Lynn was very early. Thank you very much for your punctuality, Lynn. It's much appreciated. We've got Siobhan. Hello, Siobhan, another loyal fan. We've got Martina. Hello. Who else is here? We've got Sean, and we've got Joan, and we've got Rachel and Mia. And I have it on good authority that Mia had her first ever day at school today. So congratulations, Mia. We're all very proud of you. So please say hello in the chat if you haven't already, because that is where we are going to be getting suggestions. Why do we need suggestions? Because it's a completely improvised show. It's ComedySportz. There's a red team. There's a blue team. They'll all be battling it out for your laughs. And not only that, but we've had loads of these matches recently where it's been Manchester versus a team in the US of A. And this week, tonight's match, it is against Detroit. So we are very excited to have this transatlantic tussle. We're very excited about that. Now, this is ComedySportz. This is a sport. I am a referee, and we have two fouls that must be adhered to at all times. The first foul is the brown bag foul. Now, yes, this is a show for everybody. As I said, we have very young people watching. And so if we hear something that is rude, crude, or lascivious, or just a bit mucky, then that offending player will have to wear a brown bag over their head for the remainder of the game. And not only that, they will also lose a point for their team. So that is the brown bag foul. The second and final foul I will explain is the Corona foul. Now, we will hopefully be making you laugh for the majority of this match, but at some point there may be a joke that sneaks in that is so bad, so awful, so terrible that it physically makes you groan. And this is the perfect opportunity to introduce our announcer for this evening. It's Felix Janeway.
Hello.
Hello, Felix. Now, actually, I'm normally impressed by your groan fouls. So I'm looking forward to your example, whatever you've got for us this evening. What is it?
What, Lucas, did the generous dinner plate say to the other?
I don't know. What did the generous dinner plate say to the other?
Dinner's on me!
Wow, that's bad, isn't it? So if you hear a joke like that, you can groan. Type groan in the chat, and they will then have to apologise. If you accept the apology, fair enough, no harm done. But if the majority of you decline the apology, then that player will lose a point for their team. So we've had more people turn up. We've got Hope. Hello, Hope. And we've got Lucy. Hello. And also we've got Kat, who very much enjoyed the medium-sized Felix. But please look forward to the tiny Felix if you're new to ComedySportz, which you'll see later on in the match. And Daisy is here as well. We've got a lot of Ryan family people here, which is fantastic. Hello to you. Now, without further ado, I've blabbed on enough. It's time to bring on the two teams.
Today's red team from Manchester is Dalukea TB, Stephen Stretch Armstrong, and their captain, John Minnie Cooper. Making her ComedySportz debut from Detroit, Michigan, Miranda the Cheesy Pringle Malakos. On the rest of her team, Mike Gucci Gang Langman, and their captain, Eric Not East End Western. Please welcome back the ref, Lucas Kirkby.
Okay, I am absolutely pumped for this match. It's going to put an end to the debate as to which side of the Atlantic is slightly funnier on this given day. So let's start the match. Now, normally when you start a ComedySportz match or any match, you have a coin toss, but we do things a little bit differently here. So what we're going to do is we're going to pit the two captains, John versus Eric. And I want you to, this is going to be a challenge, to find the most interesting piece of headwear. And you have 30 seconds. Go! The winner of this will decide the first game. We're ComedySportz, brought to you live via YouTube. Ooh, and Kat has complimented Felix's nice organ sound, which could be rude. So, I like now. There's a lot going on here. Eric, what are you wearing at the moment?
It's like for scuba diving.
That's cool. That's cool. What about you, John?
It's for scuba diving.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm going to give it to John. John's the winner of that one. Yeah. I'm afraid, Eric, yours didn't quite look like it was for scuba diving. I'm actually going to give a bonus point because Stephen has joined in without a prompt. So the red team are already 1 point up. Now, John, you get to choose the opening game. What would you like to play?
I think I would like to challenge Eric and his team to a game of Top That.
Oh, fantastic. So the game of Top That, we need some suggestions from you guys that are things that are quite physical. So we need sports, we need household chores, and we need other physical activities. Then what will happen? So, for example, if the sports was table tennis, John, for instance, would start by saying, I'm playing table tennis, Top That. So let's see that from you, John.
I'm playing table tennis. Top That.
Then Eric would have to copy what John was doing, but he would have to say something that looks the same but is completely different. For example,
I'm swinging bags of groceries.
Perfect. Top That. And then that will go back and forth until one of them can't think of something or they repeat, at which point they will rotate and the other team will get a point. Now then, we've got a number of suggestions coming in, and I'm going to go for Lucy's suggestion of putting up a tent. Putting up a tent. And we're going to start with Eric this time. And putting up a tent, off you go.
I'm putting up a tent. Top That.
I'm showing my dad a picture of my mum. Top That.
I'm holding off my headshot to get autographs from myself. Top That.
I'm holding up a mirror to a vampire to see if he's really a vampire. Top That.
I'm throwing large zucchini in slow motion. Top That.
I have very tiny coat hooks and an even smaller coat to hang on them. Top That.
I'm trying to eat a sandwich, but it keeps getting away from my mouth. Top That.
I'm trying to catch the sandwich that's getting further away from you. Top That.
No, you're never going to catch a sandwich with that technique. Red team rotate out and the blue team win a point. So let's see what else we have got. I like this one from Ant Bear. So it's very specific. So I do want to see this incorporated into the mime. It is Bohemian Rhapsody air guitar. Okay, and we're going to start with Dalu this time. I want to specifically see Bohemian Rhapsody being air guitared. Off you go.
I'm air guitaring Bohemian Rhapsody. Top That.
I'm covered in fleas and itching horribly. Top That.
There's something crawling under my skin. Help me. Top That.
I'm running out of things to say. Top That.
Oh, no, he's run out of things to say. So Eric will rotate. And the red team get a point. So let's have a look. We're going to take Daisy's suggestion. I don't know if this is a sport widely played in America, but lacrosse. And we're going to get Dalu to start. So lacrosse is your suggestion. Off you go.
I'm scooping up my lacrosse ball. Top That.
I'm scooping the biggest scoop of ice cream I've ever scooped. Top That.
I'm trying to dig myself out of this grave. Top that.
I'm tossing a pizza in the air. Top that.
I'm trying to get ice off my car window. Top that.
I'm saying huzzah. Top that.
I'm sneaking into someone's window. Top that.
Oh, hang on. We don't condone any of that behaviour at all. Red team rotates and the blue team get a point. Let's have a look at what else we've got. We're going to go with... Oh, hello, Crystal. I've not seen you here before. So if you're a new person, hello, Crystal, and welcome. And this, Crystal says, dancing to Toto's Africa. So I want that specific dance. And we're going to start with you, Miranda, this time. Off you go.
I'm dancing to Toto's Africa. Top that.
I'm doing the weather forecast through the medium of dance. It's raining. Top that.
I'm trying to keep myself from getting hit by this hail. Top that.
I'm standing on top of this crumbling, blown up building. Top that.
I'm waving around like I'm a tree. Top that.
Yeah, Wayne and Garth, let's go to dream sequence. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Top that.
I prefer Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Top that.
I'm doing magic upwards. Top that.
No, you should never do magic upwards. You'll end up having the magic fall on your head. So let's have both players rotate. Let's have one final round. The blue team get a point for that one. And the final round will be, we will take Martina's suggestion of chopping onions. And we will start with Mike. Off you go.
I'm chopping onions. Top that.
I'm knocking on the door to see if anyone's home. Top that.
Ordering the court. Top that.
I'm reeling in this giant fish. Top that.
I'm hammering a nail and somehow missing my thumb. Top that.
I'm polishing this plate till it's so shiny it can reflect the sun back on itself. Top that.
I'm a sideways DJ spinning this record. Top that.
I'm filing my nails right down to the point where it's beginning to hurt. Top that.
I'm fishing and I got a big one. Top that.
Oh, I think we did already have fishing, so that is a repeat. So the red team win that round. Okay, Felix, that was a very exciting game of Top That. Where does it leave us with the scores?
Both teams have 3 points.
Oh, it could not be closer unless we introduce decimals, which we won't. It was brought up in a meeting and vetoed. So it is 3-3, but the red team won that last round. So, John, would you like to play or pass?
Well, I think we might pass and let our guests from Detroit go first.
Oh, very, very noble of you. Eric, you have been put into bat. What would you like to play?
Well, I think it's time we bring the big guns and we're going to play Playbook.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So and we get any suggestion for this game, right?
Yeah, anything will work.
Fantastic. So all I want from you guys from YouTube is a word beginning with T. Any word beginning with T. And then what is going to happen is we are going to see who will be reading from the plays.
Mike and Miranda.
Okay, perfect. Now, do we choose a play? Is that what we do?
Yes, Lucas. Why don't you take that choice?
Oh, I will. For Mike, I would like the red one in the middle. And for Miranda, I would like the blue one with the white border in front of you. Yes, that one. There we go. Okay, so this is the game of Playbook. Now, Eric will be the only person that can make up his own words, because Mike and Miranda will have to stick to the words from the play, and Eric will somehow have to make it make sense within the scene. But what is the suggestion? This is what we need to find out. Well, I am going to take Kat's suggestion of tinsel. Tinsel is the suggestion. You've got about 3 minutes. Blue team, are you ready?
Ready.
Off you go.
Okay, Susie, Grandpa's going to be here soon, and we need to get this Christmas tree decorated. So grab the decorations and let's start putting them up.
I heard a noise.
Oh, he may have shown up a little bit early, but let's hurry things up and start putting things on that tree.
Were you ever scared when you were 4?
Well, yeah, because one time I saw Santa come down the house and I thought he was a robber and I called the cops. It was really uncomfortable. But enough procrastinating. Let's get to decorating.
Anything else?
Yeah, grab a box of decorations. Start putting things on the tree. I mean, Grandpa's going to be here in a second and we need to surprise him with this amazing... Hi.
Are you selling the house because you need money?
Yeah, I do. I wasted it all on these decorations, but we did this for you, Grandpa. We wanted to surprise you.
Come on, you don't have all night.
I know we don't have all night. What were you going to say, Grandpa?
It's only money.
Yeah, tell that to the bank, okay? I mean, I'm just, come on. Grandpa, this is for you.
Characters are not real people.
No, that's good. Yes, no, we are real. We are real people, and we are decorating this real tree for you. I just wish you would care more.
I haven't noticed.
I know it's tough to be noticed. I mean, especially, you get older and your eyesight, you can't see as well, but we're keep decorating. Come on.
There's a sparkle in my eye.
No, because when the glitter gets in, you can go blind. I've seen it happen. Just flush it out with water.
You lazy good-for-nothing alley rat.
Pinhead.
Hey, ease up. I don't want any arguing. It's Christmas time. We need to be festive.
Which man is more likable?
Right now, it's probably you, because I'm a crying mess.
I'm scared.
And scene. We'll call it there. There we go. Always end a scene on I'm a crying mess. There we go. Okay, so keep that game in your short-term memory banks, as you will soon be voting for whether you prefer that or whatever the red team are going to be playing next. So, John, you've had a rest. What are you now going to come back with?
We're going to play changing styles and emotions.
And emotions. I love it. So for this, we need styles and emotions. So please give us a suggestion of TV styles, theatre styles. So things like detective show or news programme or pantomime or Shakespeare, things like that. And we also would like some very strong emotions and happy or sad emotions. So give us some really strong emotions. Then what these guys are going to do, they're going to start off with a normal scene, but at any point I can shout out these styles and emotions and they will have to adopt them into the scene like a filter over the screen. So for a suggestion, I'm going to actually take one that has already been given. And I'm going to take Rachel's suggestion of tarantula. Tarantula is the suggestion. So I've got a few things coming through. So, red team, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, off you go.
Dad, I found something in the garden.
Oh, son, not again. What is it?
It's a tarantula.
Oh my goodness, son. Oh, you really know how to scare your old man. Where's it gone?
I've dropped it on the floor. It could be anywhere.
Puppet show. Puppet show.
Woo-hoo! Where's the spider gone? Woo!
Is it over there? Is it under the chair?
Is it under the chair? I don't know what's going on there. Tarantula.
Here. Why'd you bring me inside?
I saw you outside and you were under the plant pot, so I brought you in here.
Chat show.
I brought you in here to have a good old bit of conversation with my father.
Well, there's a funny story about that, you see. When I was a young boy on the spider circuit, going from garden to garden with my 8 hairy legs, I remember when I knew Olivier. Olivier said, my Richard III made him weep. It did, made him weep. He said it made him weep. He did. Old Olivier.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tarantula, for such a
Spider
heartfelt...
knew Lawrence Olivier.
Knew him. Me and Harris. Me, Harris and Olivier. Ho, 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 ho. We used to get up to some malarkey.
Panic.
How are we going to get rid of the spider, son?
I don't know, Dad. I'm scared. I'm going.
We need to get rid of the spider, please.
I don't like it inside the house. I've got agoraphobia. There we go. I'm going to eat you.
Okay, and we're going to mix two together. We're going to go for Scottish horror.
Right. What's this, you Sassenach?
I've seen you before, boy. And I tell you what, you don't read your emails, do you?
Right, you Billy boys up here. I've heard of you with your haggis and your oil reserves.
I've got my son here.
I've got a glass.
Reality dating show.
Fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have my son introducing me to his new lover, Tarantula, Mrs. Tarantula. Let's have a look at the whole video of how they met.
Isn't she lovely?
Scene, we'll call it there. There we go. So that was the game of changing styles and emotions. And we apologise to anyone who was triggered in fear by Stephen's background. So it's now time for you to vote on which team you preferred. Was it the red team with changing styles and emotions, or was it the blue team with playbook? It is time to vote now. So vote red or blue in the chat, and the winning team will get 5 lovely juicy points, which is very, very exciting. And don't forget, I tell you what, I'm actually going to give the blue team a bonus point for Mike's grandpa impression. I did enjoy it, so the blue team will get a bonus point for that.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So we've got a few coming in already. We've got 1 red and 1 blue, so it is currently tying. But then we've got 2 red, but then 1 blue, but then another red, and then another red. This is looking good for the Reds so far. I think they're 2 in front. We're going to give it a few more. We've got another red. Reds are 3 in front. It'll take a bit of a comeback from the Blues. For the Blues to win. We're going to give it a few more seconds for the votes. And we've got another blue, so the Blues are just 2 behind. Don't want to give it away. We're going to give it to the red team. There we go. So 5 points to the red team. Felix, where does that leave us on the scores?
The red team have 8 points, while the blue team have 4.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Now then, the red team are in the lead. So, John, again, would you like to play or pass?
I think we'll play this time.
And what would you like to play?
Well, now that we're in the lead, I think we're feeling a little bit experimental. So we're going to play Story Drawed.
Oh, fantastic. And who will be drawing, John?
Myself and Stretch Stephen will be drawing, and Darla will be telling the tale of whatever the suggestion may be.
Fantastic. So we just need a name of a story that has never been written before. So that's the suggestion. We need the title of a brand new story. And as we heard, John and Stephen will be drawing as Dahl who narrates. So it'll be like watching Roald Dahl and Quentin Blake in action. But probably the characters will look a bit less weird. So we're going to get some lovely suggestions. But while we're waiting for them, I'm just going to chat to Captain John. How has your week been so far?
It's been very good. It's been a very long week. And we went ComedySportz camping this weekend to Coniston, where ComedySportz players jumped in lakes and went swimming. And that was all very fun.
Wow. There've been a lot of ComedySportz outings. There was a walk to the around Pendle where the witches are recently.
Yes,
very exciting.
There was that ComedySportz outing, and then there was the other ComedySportz outing, and we've been getting, now that we can get out the house, it's been nice to get some fresh air, finally.
Very good. That's fantastic. Lovely. Well, we've been getting a few suggestions. I just want to give people a bit of time, a few people what might be a bit more behind than others. If you are actually a bit behind and wondering why you're behind, there is a button just next to the volume button under the at the bottom of your screen, which says live, which you can click and it will jump to the present moment. So Lucy can now chat. Hello, Lucy. Welcome. Right, so there's a few. We've got Dalu Goes to the Opera. I like the idea of an autobiographical piece. Lynn says The Penguin Slipper. And then Herintz Emin, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Mikey the Mask Makes a Friend. We like this. But do you know what? I think we're going to take Lucy because she can now chat. We're going to actually take that as the title of the story to welcome you to the chat. So This is going to be the tale called Now I Can Chat. Okay. Off you go, narrator Dan.
Back in ancient times, there once lived a young lady called Lucy. She struggled to communicate with the world. Verbally, intellectually, and spiritually. Until she found a site where comedy was brought to her in magnificent ways. She then attempted to grow on a great adventure to log in and find a password to a wonderful world called Utopia. As she entered Utopia, she saw a big monster, a firewall of adverts. Buy me, Lucy! Distraction, distraction! Lucy stayed firm on her course. She fought off these advert monsters with all her will and courage. As she saw big monsters, red-headed monsters, aiming to just steal things from her wallet and pockets, she ran to the next village within Utopia, where she was there to find a magnificent, wisdomous, wise old comedian. This comedian was called Stretch McGee. Stretch McGee was just full of joy, and he had the world's largest beard. As Lucy clamoured her penguin-like hands in a fashion to only be able to celebrate such a grandiose meeting within Utopia, she then began to communicate with the big Stretchosaurus that was Stretch. He cascaded a magic spell of blue wishy-washy swirly-whirlies through that covered her in some sort of Green Mile fashion. Reference, kids, watch the film. As it then entered, she was able to speak rivers and flows of words, and her mouth opened so wide it took most of her face. As Lucy left Utopia, almost duck-mouthed because she had spoken so much, she was happy now. She was able to say goodbye to the river next to and see her family again.
And scene. There we go. Lovely. This game does not normally have a happy ending, but today it did. That was lovely. Really lovely and poetic. I enjoyed that. So once again, keep that in the back of your mind, because you want to use the forefront to, appreciate the new game that you're about to see. But you will have to vote for them later on. But we want to bring back the blue team captain, Eric. So, Eric, you're 4 points behind. It's not over by a long stretch, but you need to come back. What would you like to play?
Well, it was amazing what the red team did, but I think we're going to bust out New Choice.
Oh, it's a classic. It's a classic. It's going to be New Choice. So we're going to have a suggestion. Before we had something beginning with T, this time let's have something beginning with C, please. So a word beginning with C. Now, this is the game of New Choice. We will see a scene, but at any point I can shout New Choice, and they will have to change what they've just said. So, for instance, if I was to ask Mike, how are you feeling today?
Great.
New Choice.
Awful.
New Choice.
Like I could kick a soccer ball 20 feet high.
Wow, that is a great feeling. And whatever the last one is the one that stays true for the rest of the scene. Okay, so we have got some things already coming up. There's been 2 cheeses already. We've got Courage, Creeper, Clown, Charlie, Coconuts, Camels, Crabs, Cannot. Hello, Tyrrell. Ceiling, Coriander. There's a lot of stuff going on here. But because we have had it twice, we have had 2 suggestions of cheese. That will be the suggestion for this scene. So off you go.
I would say this cheese smells delicious. Good work, team.
Excuse me, that's the stinkiest one we have, and I would like you to share, Stephen.
Well, you see, as the official cheese sniffer, I get to eat all the cheese on the team, and you guys handle the customers.
New Choice.
You guys answer the phone.
New Choice.
You guys are the CEO jointly.
Oh, right on. I mean, this is my first day, and I was just supposed to stand here and chew cheese to get people excited, but this is great. I'm a CEO.
I think that as CEO, I should get choice of which cheeses everyone gets to try.
New Choice.
I think that as CEO, I should get all the cheese.
New Choice.
I think that as CEO, you should sit in the office and I should be downstairs making the cheese.
Well, I resent your choice, but seeing as you're the CEO, I guess I'll sit here and just look at the cheese.
Yeah, you go sit in the office because nobody wants to stare at your face.
New Choice.
Nobody wants to stare at you staring at them awkwardly.
New Choice.
Nobody wants to watch you stand still like a statue and wonder, is that guy really alive?
New Choice.
Nobody wants to be around the energy you put off and your horrible breath.
All right, now listen here. We're in a cheese shop. The stinkier, the better. All right, so that's why.
New Choice. New Choice.
The stinkier, the worse it is. So that's why I eat all the cheese, and I blow in your face and make you suffer.
I don't know where's the most make any money at this cheese shop for eating all the cheese, guys.
Well, I mean, his fake English accent, I think, will totally bring people in.
New Choice.
I think that his stunning model good looks like Brad Pitt customers will want to meet him.
New Choice.
I think that cheese that we're specializing in made from cat's milk will be amazing. Oh, it's
Right. I
hairy.
forgot about that cat milk cheese. I've never seen it anywhere before. It's going to draw the masses.
New choice.
That cat milk cheese is awful.
Got some right here, Donnie. He's not wrong.
And
remember-
scene. We'll call it there. There we go. And I must give a bonus point for what I can only assume is a Michael Caine impression from Mike. So a bonus point for the blue team. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors up. So let's now vote once more. So we need to vote for which team you preferred. Was it the red team with Story Drawed or the blue team with that wonderfully British, cheesy new choice? So please vote now, red or blue. Now, while you're voting, can I just say I am absolutely ashamed of you in the chats. You know who you are with your very terrible Groner cheese puns that have been going on during that scene. We have had the main culprits are Kat and Emmy. Jacob says go blue. I don't know if that's a cheese reference or if he's supporting the blue team.
How dare he?
No, right, the red team lose a point. You don't even get a chance to apologise. Dalu, I'm not happy with you. Right, okay, so we have got
No prisoners
one blue, one red, but then two blue, then two red, then one blue, then another blue, then a red. I believe the blues are just one in front, then another blue, then a red, but then a blue, then a blue. It's the blue team that win 5 points. Well, a lot's gone on. Oh.
Ref Lucas,
Yes.
would we get a bonus point for a cheese fact rather than a cheese pun?
It depends. If the fact is genuinely interesting, yes. Go on, what's the fact?
Did you know that the Edam is the only cheese that's made backwards?
Oh, because it's made backwards. But go on, I'll give you a point for that. I'm in a generous mood. Right. So, Felix. Ooh, what are the scores for people who cannot view the scoreboard?
Going into the final round, the red team have 8 points, while the visitors in blue have 10.
Oh, wow. What a turnaround. The tables have turned, much like on a Lazy Susan. And now the blue team are ahead. So, Eric, Captain Eric, you get to choose the final game.
Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But I think I want to challenge red team and go with Netflix and chill.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. So Netflix and chill. So we need suggestions of, it could be anything really. It could be things you'd buy in the supermarket, animals, occupations. It could be anything really. Now we know a similar game called Bad Movie. So this is a similar game to that, but with the ongoing crisis, it's probably much safer to stay at home and watch streaming services such as Netflix. So rather than I saw a movie that was so bad, how bad was it? It was I binge watched a show about blank that was so bad, how bad was it? So for instance, the classic example would be I saw a really bad show about doctors the other day.
How
How bad was it?
Well, I ran out of patience. Now, because all of the jokes may be of a similar quality, the Groner foul will be suspended for this round because we are due to finish at 8. Okay, so let's see what suggestions we've got. We've got loads, which is fantastic. So I'm going to go and try and get some suggestions from people we have not had suggestions from before. So we are going to take El Shima's suggestion of tofu. And when they think of one, they're going to put a hand up. They'll get called out, and every successful joke will get a point. Okay, so the suggestion is tofu. Off we go. Mike.
I binge watched a Netflix show about tofu, and it was so bad.
How bad was it?
It was so bad.
Oh, Dalu.
I saw a really bad movie about tofu.
How bad was it?
Oh, tasteless.
Oh, very good. John.
I saw a really bad Netflix show about tofu.
How bad was it?
I wanted to do a double bill, but it wouldn't go with anything.
Oh, very good. We're going to get another suggestion, but Mike, you're caught in the box. I saw that hand up. So we're going to get a brand new suggestion. Mike will be put on the spot. But if he gets a joke that makes any vague sense, then he will get 2 points, double points for his team. So who else have I not taken a suggestion from today? Well, we're going to go for Tracy's suggestion of oxygen. Oxygen. Okay, so double points if you can get one. What have you got, Mike?
I binge watched a Netflix show on oxygen, and it was so bad.
How bad was it?
I can't say that it took my breath away.
Ah, very good. 2 points. John.
I saw a show on Netflix about oxygen that was so bad.
How bad was it?
It was called Altered Carbon Dioxide. There was actually a show called Altered Carbon on Netflix.
Very good. Very good. Right, we'll get a new suggestion because unfortunately the show about oxygen is no longer airing. So we're going to get a brand new suggestion. So let's go for, I couldn't resist. Let's go for Linda's suggestion of, well, we're going to, let's go for this. We're going to describe it. So Felix, what is, before we get this suggestion, what is a Yorkshire pudding? Can you describe a Yorkshire pudding for us?
It's very difficult to describe. It's like a savoury, bready sort of thing, but not quite bread. Mostly made of flour. You put gravy in it. It's quite flavourless, but it holds things. I think it plays the role of a biscuit. So there you go.
Okay, so we hope that is enough information. The suggestion is Yorkshire puddings. Dalu.
I saw a really bad film about Yorkshire puddings.
How bad was it?
Terrible. I stopped putting up with it, so I left.
Hey, Eric.
I saw a show on Netflix about Yorkshire pudding, and it was so bad.
How bad was it?
The whole thing was just kind of vanilla.
Hey, very good. We will accept. Now let's get one final suggestion. We are going to go for, we haven't taken a suggestion from Terrell today, so it's going to be horses. So a show about horses. Eric.
I binge watched a show on Netflix about horses, and it was
How
bad.
bad was it?
It was so bad it didn't keep me glued to the TV.
Hey, Stephen.
I saw a really bad box set about horses starring Ben Stiller.
How bad was it?
I just can't stand anything with him as the main character.
Hey, Mike.
I binge watched a Netflix show about horses, and it was so bad.
How bad was it?
The storyline wasn't stable.
Hey, and we'll finish on that one. There we go. So that was the end of the game, and it is nearly the end of the match. We just need to find out who walked forward the most times, and in turn, who had the most points. But while Felix is doing that basic numeracy, we will tell you that we have shows every Wednesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. British Standard Time. So please join us every Saturday or every Wednesday. Detroit, do you have any other matches coming up?
On September 25th, we'll be taking on St. Louis.
Oh, exciting, exciting. And where can we join that? Where can we find out where to watch that?
You can go to our Facebook page. We'll post the link, and you'll be able to watch it there.
Fantastic. So September 25th. Now then, this is a free show, but if you thought it was worth more than nothing and you can afford to donate, we would very gratefully accept your donations. Because of the ongoing pandemic, a lot of us are performers that have lost jobs and money and all that kind of stuff. So any donations would be gratefully received. You can donate by going to ComedySportz with a Z or a Z.co.uk/virtual, and there are links to donate there. Or you can go to paypal.me/CSZ.uk, and it's just whatever your heart tells you to do, which link to pursue. Now then, I believe that is enough of me waffling on. Felix, have you done the maths?
I have done my maths.
Well, please, put us out of our misery and tell us who won tonight's match.
The blue team walked forward 6 times, giving them 16 points. The red team walked forwards 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was it. So the blue team wins!
Oh, the blue team have won. Fantastic. It was an away victory. It was a come from behind victory. There was a debut player. There are lots to talk about. Captain Eric, how do you feel?
I'm overwhelmed. This is a great win for our team, for our country, for our state, our city. I mean, Miranda, Mike, I love you guys.
Fantastic. And commiserations, red team. John, is there anything, looking back on the match, you'd do differently next time?
Yes, all of it.
Okay, good. Well, that's a lot to reflect on. But before we go, we're just going to give it up for our debut player, Miranda! Here we go. The first ever ComedySportz match and the first of many, no doubt. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll be back on Saturday at 7 p.m. And don't forget that show on the 25th of September as well. So thank you very, very much, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Today's winning team were Miranda Pringle Malakos, Mike Langman, and Eric Weston. Today's losing team were Dalu TB, Stephen Armstrong, and John Cooper. Today's ref was Lucas Kirkby. I've been Felix Janeway, and we'll see you at the next match.